Hi, I'm Dr. Lynn Bainham, and I'm here to talk to you for a few minutes about the TED D2L Shell. The Shell is an opportunity for you to share information, to find resources, and to connect with the teacher education department. It's a virtual office space. Let's take a minute to walk through details about the Shell. There's 5 ways you can connect with the teacher education department during this academic year. You can stop into Shippen Hall, room 214, each day between the hours of 10 and 12, or you can make an appointment for a visit. You can also email and connect in that way. You can reach out to your academic advisor or your professors. But each Wednesday, also from 7:30 to 8 o'clock p.m., you can visit the Zoom link for Lynn Bainham, and it's an opportunity for you to drop in and share comments, questions, celebrations. It's a time for us to be together as a department, as you need. And then following that TED time, every Wednesday from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m., we'll have the TED Children's Literature Hour using that same Zoom link. And at that time, we'll be reading children's literature and we'll be talking about diversity, inclusion, and equity in education. I'll share with you how to use children's books to support children's identity and enhance their cultural perspectives, and also how to access outstanding authors for use in your classroom. When you have questions or comments, you can post those to the discussion board in the D2L Shell. This is not an opportunity for you to respond to a course-related experience in an assignment that's related to a course, but it's an opportunity for you to share questions or comments about the teacher education department. The peer teacher leaders will be available to answer your questions and to post comments of their own. The Shell is for your use. It's not required. It's not a course, and you're not required to participate in it in any way. Don't use it for any of your coursework. Use it to support yourself as you understand your major here at Shippensburg University. And also remember to be cognizant that all the names of the students in the teacher education department are listed within the Shell class list. This is not for your use, for communicating with your peers. When you're in a course, use that D2L Shell to email your peers about course questions or assignments. This D2L Shell is for the teacher education department to reach out to you, not for you to reach out to each other. You can reach out to each other using the discussion board posts. I wouldn't expect you to be using email addresses from the class list. I expect you to maintain confidentiality and professionalism as you respond to each other's questions on the D2L Shell, as you read each other's comments, and as you work through the content on the Shell. The Shell is not meant for a social engagement interaction experience. It's an informational purpose. All teacher education students can post in the discussion board. You can respond to other peers' questions, you can pose your own questions or add your own comments. Before October 1st, you'll need to complete the commitment to ethical practices. It's in the D2L Shell in the content section under commitment to ethical practices. You'll need to download that form, complete the form, and then upload it in the assignment folder under commitment to ethical practices. This is an adherence and an understanding of your perspective about ethical expectations within the department. Some of the questions you'll be expected to respond to include how to participate in effective communication, how to maintain professional expectations, how to respond to students in fair and equitable ways. And so you'll do one of 2 things. You'll answer each statement with a yes, I agree, or a no, I have a concern. And when you have a concern about one of the statements in which you've been asked to agree, you can explain your concern. First-time in college students or freshmen usually are not involved in teacher education classes and would use the D2L Shell as they move through the upper experiences of their program. So they probably, first-time in college students, won't be asked to use the Shell in any other way for posting information, just for responding to the discussion board. But yet sophomores, juniors, and seniors on December 1st will have the opportunity to complete the professional experiences profile. You'll be required, if you're in an education course with an EDU, ECH, TCH, RDG, EEC, or ESC prefix, to complete this assignment. It's not an assignment for a grade, it's an assignment for the department. All pre-K4 and middle level undergraduate students will need to complete this professional experiences profile. What is a document of how you experienced field experiences this semester, the kinds of assignments that you did, the kinds of outcomes that were created, and how they connect to the Pennsylvania Department of Education competencies. This isn't graded or used in any other way except to inform the department of how overall your experiences were managed this semester. The Field Service Office will also share information with you about field experiences, but this professional experience profile is our TED way of looking at how valuable your field experiences have been. The department follows a chain of command in reporting information. If you have a course-related issue, question, or concern, there are steps you need to follow to have that addressed. You start first with the professor, and that's intended to help you learn how to communicate in an effective and professional way. If your questions, comments, or concerns persist, then you seek out me, Dr. Bainum, the department chair, through my email address or the Teach Ship account. If questions persist after speaking with me, then you meet with Dr. Jose Ricardo, the interim associate dean, and he'll manage your concerns after the TED level, at the college level, and beyond. The same is true for field-related experiences. If your field assignment is related to a course, you'll start with that professor who assigned that course-related field experience, and you'll talk about your question or your concern or your comments. If questions or comments persist, then you would seek out Mrs. Clark or me via our email addresses, as well as your professors, so that we can understand your questions, comments, or concerns. If questions or comments persist, then you will reach out next to Dr. Jose Ricardo, the interim associate dean, and he can help manage your concern at the college level and beyond. If you have any TED-related, teacher education department related questions, please reach out to me via my email address or the Teach email address. And if I'm unable to answer or support your questions, then you may reach out to Dr. Jose Ricardo. We use this chain of command so that we're following professional protocols in how we respond to information. Dean Nicole Hill supports all students in the college and is eager to hear about your experiences, but she would expect that the chain of command is maintained prior to seeking support from her through Dr. Jose Ricardo. As well as President Carter and Provost Ormond expect that all of your answers to your questions are addressed first at the program or department level, and then within the college prior to getting to their level of influence or engagement. So we ask you that you follow this command structure so that you are learning to deal with questions or comments or issues in a professional way. There are many ways for you to connect with the teacher education department. So pay attention to invitations for the TED Time and the Children's Literature Hour, but also for some large group advising and teacher education town hall opportunities to talk and share. Invitations will be sent out via this TED D2L shell ongoing throughout the semester. I want to celebrate our lottery winners from the start of the semester, Maddie Burkett, Taylor Freight, and Jennifer Shade, who won a small little gift for responding to the questionnaire that was shared in the email from August. And I also want to thank Jody Moore for suggesting that the teacher education department have a D2L shell for all communication needs. I want to thank Tara McConnell and Angelique Jennings for their work along with Jody this summer to help create the intent and purpose of the shell. The D2L shell is an ongoing construction of information about the department. I'm really excited to have this opportunity to share in this way with you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to share your questions, comments, or concerns, and above all, take some time to reach out and tell us about your celebrations. We're really eager to travel this journey with you and to celebrate your successes along the way. Thanks so much. Have an enjoyable evening.